Oh, is that your mum there? Damn, Mrs. S, looking fine on lockdown. Zoom me later, yeah? And you can leave that slanket on.
Can you not chirps my mum, please?
No, don't try and control the chirps. So, I haven't heard from you in a while.
What going on?
Last time I saw you was Siobhan's party.
Siobhan's party.
Good party. Oh, let's meet up.
Absolutely not.
You're not actually doing this.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Self-isolation.
In your face.
You seen Siobhan?
No. Unlike you, Siobhan takes viral infection seriously. What about you? Seen Vicky? You didn't.
We never touched, swear down. Kept 2 meters apart the whole time.
Yeah, right. No one meets up with Vicky Cassidy and comes away having had zero sexual contact.
Oh, I didn't say that.
What? How?
Striptease fam, round the back of Heathrow Bowl.
Oh, that is the most depressing thing I've ever heard.
So, why haven't you been replying to my messages?
Dunno. Been busy.
With?
A little something called the bloody massive global pandemic. Not to mention getting ready for uni.
You know where you're going yet?
I'm still waiting to hear back from UCL. It's not the end of the world if I don't know. I got an unconditional offer from Bangor.
Bangor? You're moving to India?
Bangor's in Wales.
Where's that?
Where's Wales?
When did you hear about this?
Last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to say anything until I know for certain where I'm going. Oi, you're the first person I've told. I'm sorry I haven't replied. I guess I haven't been myself since
Siobhan's party.
Siobhan's party. Let's play Splatoon.
Nah, man. Controls are jank.
Smash?
You ain't no good at Smash.
Thought I was getting better, now I'm maining Pikachu.
Newsflash. You ain't.
What about Overcooked 2?
Overcooked 2? Overcooked 2?
What?
You bought Overcooked 2 to play with Siobhan.
So?
Siobhan sees you playing Overcooked 2 with me, all hell breaks loose.
I'm not scared of Siobhan.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Fuck Siobhan.
Fuck Siobhan?
Yeah, fuck Siobhan. I mean, she'll live.
Sonny, unsheathe your switch.
I am unsheathed.
Now, enter my arena.
I'm entering your arena.
Ooh, allow me into your save slot.
My save slot's wide open, big boy.
Oh.
There's no one I want more in my save slot right now. God. Hear me out. Hear me out. Why don't we download Overcooked 1? Then I can still continue to play Overcooked 2 with Siobhan, and we can still play guilt-free. What? It's the same thing.
Same thing? Was Toy Story 2 the same thing as Toy Story 3? Is COVID-19 the same thing as, I don't know, COVID 1 through 18?
Are you angry?
Angry? Let me think. First you ghost me for 3 weeks. For all I know, you could be coughing in your grave.
Coughing in the grave.
Then, when you do pick up, you casually drop it into conversation that you might be moving to India.
Wales.
Same thing. Do you not actually give a toss about me or what?
What?
Did Siobhan's party mean nothing to you?
Will you stop bringing it up?
I feel like I'm going mad here. I feel like the best thing that's ever happened to me happened at that party, and now you won't.
Rick.
You won't.
Shh.
I think I'm in love with you.
Don't say stuff like that when I've got you on speaker.
Meet me.
No.
You act like nothing's changed. We've got one summer left.
One summer. Don't be ridiculous.
You'll meet other people.
I won't.
You will. Some Ponzi intellectuals who understand global infections. And when COVID-20 hits, you'll stay all safe and smug in your separate houses. Meet me, or I'll tell everyone what you are.
You wouldn't.
Siobhan, your mum.
You're that yourself.
We'll go down together.
We're not Thelma and Louise.
I love you.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you think you're in love with me. The feeling's very mutual.
Can we still play Overcooked 1?
No. We'll play Overcooked 2. Who's that?
Vicky. She's offering round 2 on the striptease. Whoa. She's sending some explicit photos.
You're not thinking of going. No. I forbid you. Boris forbids you.
Central travel, innit?
How?
3 weeks of quarantine horn. Trust me, it's essential.
You're making a huge mistake. You're putting yourself and everyone else in danger.
Come stop me then. I'll be at the bus stop in 10.
Rick.
No, you're not listening, mate. Mate, you're not listening to me. Whatever you think you saw, you didn't actually see, because it didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. We were just talking, exchanging points of view, and I wanted to end the conversation. So I did. Yes, I ran away, because I wanted to end the conversation, and that seemed a good way of doing it. I know she was a policeman, police officer, which is why I wanted to end the conversation. If I choose to lie on the grass, that's up to me. I don't know how close I was to Adam. Was he still there by then? I thought he left. Well, ask Adam then. Or Mo. Mo was still there, wasn't he? Were you sitting next to Mo? Okay, lying next to Mo. Jesus, it's all about the details with you. Point is, we weren't doing any harm. Just catching a bit of sun and having a nice drink. What's the problem with that? Why are you trying to defend the police? I just said I don't know how close I was to Adam. I don't even know if he was still there. No, I wasn't drunk. Obviously, I'd had a drink. We'd all had a drink. Apart from Mo. I wasn't drunk. I did not spit. No, I didn't. I did not spit at anyone, especially not the police. I don't really care what it looked like. I know what happened. I wasn't drunk. She shouldn't have told me to leave the park. She kept having a go at me. Not Mo, though. I wonder why she left Mo alone. You're not listening. I've said it a few times now. I was not drunk. I just ended the conversation and walked away. Walked.
Ran, what's the difference? Point is, I know what I did because I was there, and if I say
It didn't happen, then we should all say it didn't happen. If we all say that, then that's the truth of the matter. Wouldn't you say? Mate? I can't believe you're so gullible. Gullible, it means, I don't know, you swallow any old bollocks? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you're too quick to believe everything you see on telly. Which newspaper? Well then, it must be true. No, I'm sure she's still alive. Because I'm sure she isn't dead. And even if she is, she didn't die because of the virus. I'm not even sure anyone's died because of COVID, whatever. I'm just saying, is there actually any proof? Any evidence? I'm not talking about photographs. Anyone could take photographs, interview people crying, make up stories about doctors and nurses. That doesn't mean a thing. Do you know anyone who even went to hospital? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. He was pretty ill already, wasn't he? He was old. Well, I'd call that old, wouldn't you? Well, like I say, I'm sorry to hear that. My point, though, my point stays the same. I'm pretty sure the police officer didn't die. And if she did, it wasn't because of the virus. And it definitely wasn't because of me. Because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything full stop. You weren't even there, mate. You didn't see what happened. Really? Well, why didn't you say hello? Well, even if you were there, and I'll have to take your word for that, you couldn't have seen. Because I didn't spit at anyone. Jesus. I feel like I've had to tell all my friends the same thing ever since it happened. No, I'm not saying anything happened. I'm saying the opposite. Nothing happened. You mustn't have. You mustn't believe what you read in the papers. Will you trust me on that, mate? Will you? Please?
you remember last year when they did me for speeding even though they couldn't really prove it?
Yeah, I know I was speeding. But the way they did it.
Unmarked van in a lay-by.
camera in the back. It wasn't fair, was it?
You're missing the point. I know I was doing 85, but it wasn't a proper camera. A yellow one with warning lights. So it shouldn't count, should it? The police think they can film anything they want. Were they filming in the park? I don't know. Body cams or whatever they're called. Did you see anyone wearing a body cam? And there's no CCTV in the park, is there?
What do you mean, why am I worried? Are you trying to be funny?
You know they're going to try and blame me for what happened. What they say happened, not what actually happened, because nothing actually happened. I told Adam. I told Mo. I told everyone. I didn't spit at the police. I didn't spit at anyone.
I might have coughed. I don't know, but it wasn't deliberate. The point is, did anyone film it? You know Mo's always pointing his iPhone at something or other. Was he filming? Well, can you ask him? And if he was, can you ask... No, can you tell him not to post any videos on Instagram or Twitter? Well, I can't ask him. I just can't.
Because he's not taking my calls. He won't text me back. Nothing. I don't know. Maybe someone said something. I don't know. Maybe there's rumours I was responsible for that policeman getting ill. Police officer, then. Jesus. Doesn't matter. She's dead, so she won't care what I call her now, will she? I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying. But will you talk to Mo? Talk to Adam. Talk to everyone who was there. I can't remember who else was there. I had a drink, so it's all a bit, you know. You've seen what exactly? What video? Who filmed it?
Was she there? No. I mean, was she actually with us? Or just sitting somewhere near? Sitting with who? No, Rachel wasn't there. No, she wasn't. I would have noticed if my ex was sitting in the park with me, near me. She must have been pretty near if she managed to film me. Okay, if her friend managed to film me, Jesus, why does everyone have to be so pedantic? What did you see on the video? What was I doing? No, I told you, I didn't spit. No, you didn't. You might have seen me cough. You can't tell if I was coughing or spitting. That's not what you saw, because that's not what happened. But the police might say they can see something, which is why it's very important they don't watch the video. They can mess around with images. They can make it look like whatever they want it to look like. That's how I ended up with 3 points on my licence. It's exactly the same. They stuck 85 miles per hour on a photo of my car on the M11, and that's all they need to convict me. Does that sound fair to you?
She's going to delete it. We're going to get her friend to delete it anyway. Because she said she would. Yes, I believe her. I believe she knows what's good for her. What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, for some reason, I think she's scared of me. And it's not my fault. I've never. Once, and I'm not proud of it, but I had to. Not hard. There wasn't any blood. I'm not an animal. Point is, if she says she'll do what I tell her, she'll do what I tell her.
She said I should turn myself in. Like I've done something wrong. I told her to mind her own business. I told her to keep her mouth shut. I told her... Why would you say that? Have you been talking to Rachel? Have you been talking behind my back? Who else thinks I should? Who else thinks I've done something wrong? Do you honestly think the police would think I'm innocent until proved guilty? How stupid are you? Don't you read the papers? Don't you watch the news? They would stitch me up. They would invent evidence just to see me go to prison. Because that's what they do. They've done it before. No, not with me. Guildford 4, Birmingham 6, ring any bells? They have the technology to take any surveillance footage they can get hold of and change it so it looks like I did something bad. Since when is coughing a bad thing? If you're ill, you're ill. It's probably the virus. I was probably suffering from symptoms, mild symptoms. So it wasn't even my fault I was coughing. But they won't say it like that. They won't let anyone else say it like that. So, mate, no, I'm not going to give myself in. And you're not going to tell the police who I am or where I live. Are you? Are you? What are you doing? How long does it take to... What are you doing? Mate, I need you. Where are you? Oh, thank God. I thought you'd... Never mind, it doesn't matter. Just feels like I don't know who I can trust anymore, and you're... No, I wasn't saying... I don't think you're... I know. Deep breath. Yeah. It's just, I'm sure I'm being watched, and I think I'm being followed every time. No, I don't go out that much anymore, but I need food, don't I? And yesterday there was this bloke behind me all the way to Sainsbury's, and he was in the queue behind me, and he wasn't 2 meters away, he was like 1 meter away. And when I looked at him, he looked away, and then he was in every aisle I was in, and I'm sure he was police or something. Well, MI5, I don't know. GCHQ, do they use GCHQ? The police? Who do they use for surveillance? It's not mad. I just think they're watching me because someone said something about what happened in the park. I wish I'd never gone to the park. It wasn't my idea. I wasn't even invited. Rachel didn't want me, and Mo hates my guts. He's made that clear on more than one occasion. I'm not sure Adam was that pleased to see me, and it was all I could do to make him have a drink with me. Jesus, even you looked a bit pissed off that I was there, mate. 5, 6 years we've worked together, and then I'm the first one out, and suddenly no one wants to know me. Why was I the first one out? What do you mean, why do I think I was the first one out? Why do you think I was the first one out? Because fucking Mo's the golden boy. I couldn't catch a cold. Be honest. Did Mo tell the police it was me who spat at the copper? Was it Rachel? Did she send him the video? I'll kill a bitch. How do you know it wasn't her? No, I'm just asking. I'm allowed to ask, I have rights. I'm innocent until proved guilty, until I confess, until I cough. Isn't that the phrase? I think it is. Don't lie to me, mate.
Did you tell the police where I live? Did you tell them it was me? But why? You're my oldest friend. You're my only friend, if I'm honest. And I'm not even sure you like me anymore. Do I sound paranoid? Christ. You hate me, don't you? Why? What did I ever do? I'm not a bad man. I've always tried to do the right thing. Look as if I'm doing the right thing. Which is roughly the same, don't you think? You don't think? You don't agree? You think I'm an arsehole? That's nice. Coming from a best friend. Well, you know what? I've never actually liked you that much. I've never liked Adam. I put up with Rachel because at least she shagged me now and again at the beginning. But I always hated Mo. Fucking Mohammed bin what's his name? Couldn't stand the tosser. Tried to hide it because, you know. You can call me what you like, mate, but I'm definitely not a racist. Police officer? Yeah. She was black, but so what? That's not why. That's not. I didn't, even if I did, it wasn't because she was black. I was allowed to be in the park. I should have been allowed to be there. Those rules. Crazy. Mental? Who are you calling mental? I think the police are here. Well done, mate. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy with what you've done. I'll talk to you later. Better film this for evidence.
Pretty. 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 Hello, darling. Aren't you pleased to see me?
Of course not. You're dead.
Dead, Schmed. What difference does it make? I'm still your mother.
Where are you?
I'm here, darling. Can't you see me?
Didn't you reincarnate into something else?
That I know of. Do I look like something else?
No.
I know you think I come back as something horrible, like a goat, but I wasn't a bad person.
What are you doing here, Mum?
What sort of greeting is that for your poor dead mother?
This is a nightmare. I'm having a nightmare.
Thank you very much.
You've gone. I threw your ashes in the Ganges like you wanted. I saw your coffin burning.
Don't remind me. And you did not throw my ashes in the Ganges. Who do you think you're fooling?
I didn't know you were watching, did I?
You threw them in the Thames. If I hadn't already been dead, it would have killed me.
Is that why you're here?
Do I need an excuse to visit my only daughter?
When you're dead, yes!
I saw that you had a virtual date tonight.
What? What are you talking about?
That guy, Michael. He was cute.
That wasn't a date. That was my client. I'm representing him in court. How the hell did you... Are you hacking into my computer from... Are you sure you're dead?
He seemed quite sweet.
He's got a wife and child in Nigeria, Mum.
Typical.
What do you mean typical?
You can't even find yourself a nice criminal to marry.
He's not a criminal. He's a migrant trying to support his family.
Ah, that's why.
That's why what?
If he was a real criminal, you might have a chance.
I can't believe it. What are you doing here? I thought I was free from all this nonsense you've been putting me through all my life. Where the hell are you? Haven't you got anything better to do, Mum?
How did I produce such a heartless daughter? You know, I had the choice of going into a coma until my time was up. I could have had a nice rest, but no. I decided to come and help my daughter find a husband once and for all, so I can rest in peace, knowing you're not alone.
What do you mean you had the choice of going into a coma?
I'm in a queue.
In a queue?
There's lots of dead people up there. The system can't cope. We have to wait our turn. We get to choose whether to wait in a coma or stay with our loved ones until they're ready for us. Isn't that nice?
What happens to you when it's your turn?
I've no idea. I haven't got there yet, have I?
What number are you?
Oh, 2,326,000.
How fast is this queue going down?
Hopefully slowly enough to find you a husband.
I don't want a husband.
If you had a husband, you wouldn't have to be alone during lockdown.
I'd rather be alone than with some maniac wife beater.
Not all husbands are wife beaters.
Why did you leave Dad?
That was a special case.
And you still think I'd be better off married?
This isolation period could go on for years. You could be an old woman before they let you out. Then how will you find someone?
Finding someone is not the be-all and end-all of life.
It is precisely the end-all of life if you don't have children.
Ha! Caught you!
Caught me what?
You don't care about me being alone. You just don't want your bloodline to stop.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, there is. It's selfish.
How is it selfish wanting to give life?
What sort of world are we giving life to? Look at what's going on now. Children are terrified to go out. They won't be able to have normal relationships. They're suffering from anxiety attacks. And the one good thing that could come out of all this, the clean air and lack of pollution, is all going to come to nothing because everyone will rush back to their lives just as they were, and all this will be forgotten.
Of course you think it's a bad world. You work as a lawyer. You only meet bad people and criminals.
I'm an immigration lawyer. I meet perfectly decent people, and sometimes I help them to have better lives when the system lets me.
Why don't you go and work in a primary school or become a nurse? You might meet a nice teacher or a doctor.
I do not have to take this nonsense anymore. You're dead. This is a nightmare. I'm having a bad dream. God, why the hell can't you go away? Leave me alone.
I'm your mother, Priti. I'm not going to leave you alone. That is not what mothers do.
I have to sleep. I have a court case in the morning.
I'm not stopping you, darling. Go to sleep. I'll be here when you wake up in the morning.
Have you taken over my laptop? I need it for work. I'm doing everything online. All my meetings, the court case. You can't come with me to work, Mum.
Don't worry, darling. I will be as good as gold. I won't say a word. You won't even know I'm here.
Where? No, you're where? Where are you? How did you get in my laptop?
Oh, everything is online now, darling. Even the afterlife. Soon they might start voting for who goes up and who goes down. You decide, heaven or hell, a public vote.
This is not real. This is a dream. This is not real. This is just a dream. God, if I didn't need you, I would destroy you!
I don't know what you're getting so upset about, darling. Most daughters, they would be happy to have their mothers look after them. I could share all sorts of secrets. We could find a nice man together and I can check him out for you.
What do you mean check him out?
I can look on his computer, see what he gets up to, tell you what he's really like.
That would be illegal.
Illegal, Schmeagol. All the governments are doing it. What difference does it make? And what can they do to me now? Do you want me to look on the judge's computer? Maybe there's something we can bribe him with so you can win your case.
Do not need bribery to win my case, ma'am.
I hope not. For Michael's sake. And his wife's.
Right, that's it. I'm putting you away so I can sleep, and in the morning I'll wake up and you won't be there, and it will have all been a bad dream. Mum, are you there? Oh, God.
You've got a nice place there, Julia, from what I can see. Move your head a little bit. Yeah, nice.
Thank you. Kyle, right?
Right, Kyle. So, where do you live again? West Hollywood?
No, Westwood. And you're in Santa Monica, right?
Just south of there.
Hmm.
You know, my neighborhood doesn't really have a name, so. So Julia, is this your first time dating on Zoom?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. Yours too?
Yeah, no. Since the crisis, the last 2 months, really, quite a bit, actually.
Oh, how's that working for you? Gone on any second dates?
Sure. Several.
Oh, so why do you keep starting over?
I don't know. There's something nice about a first date, don't you think? Maybe exciting or tantalizing. You know, the promise of possibility.
Yes, but what kind of possibilities are there right now? I mean, sex isn't really on the table, is it?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up first.
You mean sex? Are you saying you'd like to have sex with me?
Well, that's jumping ahead in the script. Don't you think?
Oh, do you follow a script on these things?
No. I mean, I didn't. Forget it.
Am I making you nervous?
No. Let's just take it back. You asked me a question.
I did?
Would I like to have sex with you? Well, under normal circumstances. Okay, I'll answer. Very probably.
Well, at least we know you're not sexually compulsive.
Uh-huh.
But you are interested, right?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
Why would you be? I'd like to know, actually, really.
Well, you're way attractive.
I mean, you can't really see me on a computer.
Oh, believe me, I can tell you're super hot, Julia.
And that's enough to make you want to have sex with me?
Well, yeah,
Is there anything else about me that interests you?
I'm sure there is, but I can't help but notice this aspect of you first.
So you're saying that being attracted to me is a necessary condition? Yep. This is this is much more complicated than I ever realized.
What is?
Going on a first date.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to do this virtually.
No, I mean going on any first dates. Period.
Are you telling me that this is your first date?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
How is that possible? Were you living under a rock before the crisis started?
No. Well, I've been living in a convent.
I don't understand.
Up until a few months ago.
You're a nun.
Was a nun, a sister of the Dominicans, to be precise.
Oh my God.
Oh, glad to hear you're not an atheist. Are you Catholic?
But no, that's just an expression.
Oh, to me it was the ultimate reality.
Oh, I'm not Catholic. Technically, I am agnostic.
I'm beginning to think that's what I am too.
So is that why you left?
No. I decided I wanted to get out and experience life firsthand, not just from the sidelines.
Wow. So, you're telling me that you never had sex, like all that time?
No.
Wow. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you if you're still a virgin.
Thank you for your restraint.
But a virgin in LA, I mean, you'd probably be like the only one.
Now let's talk about you, Kyle. Tell me, why do you really like having all these first dates?
Well, who says I like them?
You said they were nice, exciting, tantalizing. I believe those were your words.
Yeah, I was just coming on to you.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, sister, everyone kind of knows that guys are just looking to get laid. I mean, looking to get intimate. It's usually pretty easy to talk about, but it's not usually talked about so directly. So I think it makes me come off as bold, or Reggie, or something.
I don't follow.
Well, okay, I can be honest with you because you're a nun.
I'm not.
Right, but you were. So dating completely freaks me out. I think I probably overcompensate by coming on too strong, and I think it puts a lot of women off because I've never actually made it on a second date.
You just told me you've had several second dates, and that's just since the crisis began.
I lied. Forgive me, sister.
What? I'm not a sister anymore. But wait, how do you explain that? I mean, you're a good-looking guy and all.
All right, well, the truth is, until very recently, I was a priest. A Jesuit priest.
You said you weren't Catholic.
I know, I gave that up, just like you.
I don't believe this.
I know, it's an amazing coincidence, don't you think?
No! I mean, that's my bit.
Well, it's not a bit.
No, I mean, I'm not a nun.
Right, you gave that all up.
No, I didn't give it up.
You're still a nun?
No,
Were you ever a nun?
I made all that up. I was raised Lutheran. Now I do yoga.
So you lied too. Why?
I wanted to see if we could relate to each other as more than just potential sex partners. Well, it worked, didn't it? I think I know you better than I would have otherwise. Well, I thought I knew you better, but a priest. Who would have guessed? Serves me right for pulling a stunt like that.
It was brilliant. It completely fooled me. And I agree with you. I think people get involved way too quickly out here.
Gotta say, I am pretty embarrassed, Father. Do I call you Father? Oh no, wait, you're no longer a priest.
It's not exactly true.
You're still a priest?
I'm not a priest. Never was. I was raised Jewish.
That's not funny.
I'm not joking.
That's so lame. That was my bit. Why did you even bother?
Well, because you were digging too deep. I wanted to change the subject.
I'm sorry. This whole thing was probably a bad idea. You're a very nice man, and I shouldn't have dragged you into this. I am not a nun. I'm not even a nice person. I'm seriously neurotic.
Oh, everyone is neurotic these days, especially these days.
No. I mean, being neurotic is just tip of it. The fact is, I am a sexually compulsive person.
I don't understand.
I attend meetings for people like me. They tell me I'm supposed to try to get to know people without jumping into bed with them the first chance I get. So believe me, for someone like me, this crisis is a blessing in disguise.
Sexually compulsive? So does that mean you always think about sex?
Trying very hard not to.
But you're looking at me and you're thinking about having sex with me.
I'm trying not to.
Right, but you're saying I turn you on.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you do.
Oh.
I mean, don't take it personally. Everyone turns me on.
Ooh, this is making me a little uncomfortable.
Well, I thought you liked to be bold and edgy. I thought you liked to talk about sex.
Oh, right, but that doesn't mean that. I mean, I don't. I haven't really often.
What are you trying to say?
Well, it's kind of a technical thing.
Technical?
Can men be frigid? Is there a word for men like me?
Oh, poor baby. How long have you been like this?
For always. But I'm trying to change my life. I recognize that, I can't connect with women physically right now, but I can't, I can start gearing up for the possibility. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. And, I think I might be able to help you, Kyle.
Really? How?
First of all, why don't we agree to go on a second date? Like, make that decision right now, get it out of the way, then we can enjoy each other's company, virtually.
You mean I haven't completely turned you off?
Of course not. Unless you'd rather not. I don't want to force my company on
Oh,
you.
no, I think I like that.
Good, it's settled then.
Wow. I must be getting good at this. Maybe I should get to know you a little bit better. Where are you from originally? Where did you go to school?
Kyle, I'm sure we could have a very interesting conversation along these lines, but maybe given your special situation, we should help you start gearing up for the future.
But how would we do that?
Well, why don't you begin by removing your shirt? Then I'll do the same.
Well, all right. If you insist.